Hello everyone, my name is Daniel and I'm just a casual racer, and today, as you can see, we are at 1920s Monza. In fact, the very first layout, the 1922 layout, 10 kilometers, we're going to do 3 laps, so 30 kilometers in total, and see how this goes. So excited to show this off to you. We've been working on it over at Historic Sim Studios, and I really think it's going to be awesome to deliver a premium version. You know, think of the quality we delivered in our 1930s Roosevelt track. That's what we're going to be aiming for in this version. Obviously, early access, you can see the AI has a little bit of a wonky start, but that's going to be polished over time. Trackside details still to be added, but generally, you know, this track is available right now in its current state for everyone to try and enjoy and test out and provide feedback on. And so if you're a monthly member at Historic Sim Studios, a monthly supporter, you can try this out right now and do this exact race if you wanted to. So, car I'm driving, oof, get a little bit of a touch from the sunbeam. The car I'm driving is the 1924 Alfa Romeo P2, and this is also by Historic Sim Studios, and I have a mix of 1923 nice cup of tea cars as well as the 1924 Historic Sim Studios Grand Prix cars out here as well. So a nice mix in the field here, and gonna see how we can work our way through the field in these 30 kilometers. The overall course is 10 kilometers. And I know a lot of people are familiar, right, with the 1960s version of this circuit. Well, this version has some, noticeable differences, and I'll point that out as we go around the circuit. But yeah, really, right now we're kind of in a foresty section running through. I have the taller gearing set, so this car is naturally just going to be very good in a straight line. It already kind of has that advantage, and I want to optimize that because when you get on the oval, also too, just on the long straights of Monza, this circuit is very much about the top speed. So definitely chose a car, even though we got quite a large grid of 34 cars, I chose a car that's gonna, put us into contention. So really, the track mesh right already feels really, really good. I think that's quite good. Once you get the cars get going, the AI tends to race quite well. One thing here, this is one of the first differences. Ooh, as the sunbeam flies up our inside. One of the first differences is actually this corner here, which is now the Parabolica. It was actually a lightly banked, more of just a traditional round corner here, which you can carry a lot of speed off of it heading into the oval. So actually quite a cool corner. A lot of fun in these cars for sure. We're going to head into oval. Oval, as you will see here shortly, is actually less banked than the 1960s version. So just overall a little bit of a different feel. Gonna bounce over the asphalt here, race around, let this Alfa Romeo stretch its legs out a little bit. Catching up to one of the Bugattis here that go to the inside as we fly over the bridge and then make the move. There we go, down the back straightaway here. Into 21st. Coming to nearing the end of the first lap, as we headed to the final corner here, this final banked corner onto the front straightaway. Catching a few cars, so definitely have some work cut out for us for sure. I'm not exactly sure how far everyone's pulled away, but we'll do the best we can to work through the field and show off this circuit to you. Oh, there's a car off to our right, so that's another position. You can see we got a little bit of a wall up on the top left. Not enough necessarily to keep you from flying off, so not super confidence inspiring, but in the 1920s, safety wasn't hardly even a consideration. Notice we fly down here, grandstands right on the right, wooden stands, a pit area, but nothing as spectacular as what Monza would soon become. But definitely the early feel of this circuit is definitely captured in this version. Like I said, there's more details that we're going to add, of course, as well. Got a 1923 Delage here we're catching up to. There we go. Power down, make sure we run a nice line here. Really excited. This one will be one that this circuit will be used a lot in our online racing seasons. I mean, it was essentially raced at in every pre-war season. just such an important circuit, and obviously with the 1930s versions, we will have a version that will pair perfectly with the 1934 Grand Prix cars as well. Nice run on the exit here. There we go. Under the bridge. Put the tire off there. Got a little bit in the dirt. Bounced over the curb as we jumped back onto the pavement. Lying down. I would say my favorite corner on this early 1920s version is this corner here. You know, the corner that would later become the Parabolica. It's just very different. You know, the banked corners, right, they're just less banked. But to have an accurate version, and also too, there is a version, right, a pre-war version of the circuit that does exist, but it does not properly capture this corner here. And so it's just something that stands out when you're driving the circuit for sure. Up into 15th here. We have halfway through the race, essentially. We have half a lap left on this lap 2, and obviously the part of the lap that is most advantageous for us with our high top speed. Very dangerous, as you can see. Nothing to prevent us from flying off the left. Well, there's those the boards on the tunnel, so I guess you could always smack into those, but I think they're more of the way they're positioned, it's more of a obstacle than it would potentially be anything that would actually save you. We fly down the road here nicely in the slipstream over 130 miles an hour. We head into the final turn. Take a look up the inside of the Bugatti here. Go. Final lap. Been to 14th. I don't know. We may. Top 10 was something that I thought would be quite achievable, but it may actually be rather. May just be out of reach. We'll see. We'll see how we can do here. I do see. I think what looks like 4 cars. So it does look like there's 10th position up ahead. Carry how much speed we can carry this turn here. Power back down again. 105 out of the corner. Car slowed down, shifting down into second. A little bit better acceleration, hopefully out of the corner. I think that worked a little better last time I just took it through in third. Inside of the garage. And now chasing the Fiat. Wide, he gets a tire off. We're alright though. Gives us a nice opportunity to pull off the pass though. Up into 12th. Sliding. Barely hang on to it. We'd gotten the left tire off the edge there, we'd clipped grass and gone around, but thankfully just able to keep it on track. just noticed quite a few cars actually pulling off into the pits. Something to definitely report as a bug fix that would need to be made. You see there are a few cars ahead of us though, so. Coming around the corner, we are in a podium position due to the fact that about 10 cars pitted ahead of us, so they're taking some splash and go. Pretty sure they could have made it to the end, so that's interesting that happened. But here we come out of the final corner to conclude the race. We're up into second here, actually, due to cars either dropping out or wrecking. So we're going to have a very good result, but most importantly, right, you've got a chance to see this circuit, see how it races, and I think this is going to be an amazing project. You'd like to see, like to support the development of a project like this, which is, it's a 10-kilometer track. It's quite significant, along with, the dozens and dozens of other cars and tracks we are working on. You can do that for $5 a month. So check out the links in the video description, and that'll take you over to Historic Sim Studios Discord. And there you'll have all the information you need to see about signing up for a membership and supporting projects like this. And once you do, you'll have access to drive this immediately. So really cool, excited to continue to show this off as it progresses over the coming months. But most of all, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your week.